Mr. Punk is sleeping, so let's wake him up. Mr. Punk, Mr. Punk, wake up. Wake up, the postman is at the door.
Oh, AI, do you have to fart in my face to wake me up? It's disgusting when you do that, AI, and you stink, AI. What you been eating? Oh, you need to clean your insides out, AI. And that is not funny, AI. Oh, is that the postman, AI? Oh, thanks for waking me up, AI, but I'm not thanking you for waking me up farting in my face. All right, Mr. Postman, I'm coming. All right, Mr. Postman, I am coming. All right, Posty, I am coming, but I have just had a big waft of AI wind in my face. Morning, Mr. Postman. Have you got my techniques? Techniques? Please say you have got my techniques. No, Mr. Punk, I do not have your silly techniques, whatever that is. Oh, no techniques. I was looking forward to getting that today. What have you got for me then, Mr. Postman? Not bills again. No, Mr. Punk, I have an amplifier for you. Oh, Mr. Postman, that could be my techniques, because a techniques is an amplifier. Oh, okay, Mr. Punk, then I might have it. Have you sniffed the packaging, Mr. Postman? Yes, Mr. Punk, I've sniffed the packaging. And it is a tatty vintage amplifier from the eBay. Oh yeah, that could be it then, Mr. Postman. It's probably my techniques. I'll have that then. Here, Mr. Punk. Now goodbye, Mr. Punk. Thanks, Mr. Postman. Goodbye. And I'll see you tomorrow, because I bought some speakers. Oh, Mr. Punk, not the big floor-standing speaker. Nah, they're only little, Mr. Postman. All right, Mr. Punk. See you tomorrow. Bye, Mr. Postman. Bye. It's here, you two. The Technics is here. Oh, lovely. Yeah, lovely. Right, so inside this box should be a Technics X955. It was made in 1989, made in Japan, and it's 60 watts per channel. Now, I got this from a friend of mine who lives in Scotland, and he has had this amplifier from new. He thinks he bought it in 1990. So, yeah, he has had it from new, and about 5 or 6 years ago, he bought himself a new amplifier, so this old Technics went up in his loft and has been sitting up there for quite a few years. So the other day he's clearing his loft out and he come across the old Technics and brought it down and thought, I'll try it out. So he's plugged it in, put some speakers on it, turned it on, and it sounds absolutely terrible. So he has spoke to me on the phone, and he said if I want to pay the postage, I can have this Technics and he will post it to me. So, of course, I'm not going to turn down a free Technics, am I? Even though it does sound terrible. So he has sent it to me, and now here it is. So thank you very much. So all I've paid for this is postage from Scotland to the lovely UK. And I have saved it, really. I've done a good deed for the Technics. Because he did say if I didn't want it, he was going to just take it over the dump. Because he looked on eBay and these aren't really worth a lot of money. Especially not working properly. So he was like, do you want it? Else I'm just going to chuck it. So I had to have it, really. Oh, I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing there was a poor old Technics laying over the dump I'd loved. So I've got it and I'll give it some love. I'll give it a service, try and sort it out, and hopefully get this old Technics back to its former glory. Because it should be pretty good, this. I've been reading up about them. So yeah, it is a full-blown Class A amplifier. 60 watts per channel. Should be a nice thing. They've done a whole range of these SUX. And I think this one is top of the range. Or nearly top of the range. It's up there. So it should be a pretty good amplifier, this, if we can get it working. And where it's only sat in the loft, it just might have got a bit damp, or might have just need a good deoxin, and a good service might sort this out. because if it hasn't been used, everything just seizes up a little bit. And my mate did say that when it went up in the loft, it was working 100%, it was working alright. So whatever has happened to it to make it sound terrible has happened while it is just sitting in the loft. So hopefully it will be easy to fix this one. And yeah, on first impressions it looks quite nice, this Technics. I have had one similar before, not the same though. I had a smaller one. I think it was maybe an X102 or an X104, and that was a really nice sounding amplifier. It had a graphic that went with it, and it had all different settings on the graphic, and yeah, the pair of them together, that X102 or X104 and the matching graphic, both together, they really had a nice sound to them. They was really good amplifier combo with the graphic. So this one should be pretty good, innit? It's Class A. These Class A Technics from the 80s and the 90s are very underrated, because a lot of them are really, really good sounding amplifiers, and they don't make a lot of money. So these Technics are a bit of a bargain. They are very underrated for what you get for your money. You get a lot of bang for your buck with one of these old Technics, because they are really good sounding things. Now, I'm not saying all of them are really good sounding, but every old Class A Technics I've had my hands on over the years, they've all been really nice sounding thing, very detailed, and they have a really good punchy dynamic sound, so they're really good fun to listen to. I like these Technics. They are very good amplifiers for the money, and they are a bit of the party amplifier. If that's what you like, they are a very party orientated amplifier. But I would say I have had a few of the Class AA that you can get for Technics, and I've had a couple of them that sounded alright, well, sounded pretty good, but I have had a few of them that weren't really up to much. Them Class AA are not in the same league as these Class A ones from Technics. They're really not. So if you're after a nice Technics and you want an amplifier on a bit of a budget, go after a Class A Technics, not a Class AA, a Class A. And whatever one you get, as long as you don't pay a lot of money for it, you will be really happy with it, because I'm pretty much guaranteeing it will have a good sound. If it's all working properly, it will sound really nice and be fun to use. So let's have a little look at the front of it. Yeah, it's got all the switches, all singing and dancing this. Yeah, they all feel alright, none of the pots feel grindy, feels alright. So I will do a video on this where I have the lid off, give it a good service, good deoxing, and see if we can bring it back to life. So I will do that video and bring it to the channel later on down the line. What do you two think of it? Like it? Yeah, Mr. Punk, lovely for nothing. Well, it weren't my name. I had to pay the postage. Yeah, but still, Mr. Punk, it weren't a lot, and it's a nice Techniques. Yeah, it is. Alright, Mike, what do you think of it? Oh, yeah, I love these old Techniques. They're one of my favourites, the old Techniques. Really good party amplifier for rocking down the house. Alright, Ivy. Yeah, it should be a good party amplifier, this one. 60 watts per channel. Should have a bit of punch to it. Should be a good old one, as long as we can get it working. So let's turn it round and have a look at the back. Yeah, you got loads of connections on the back of this. This one's proper got a ton of connections. It's got the opticals for your DAT and your CD player. As you can see there, it has got the links for the preamp, which is good, so you can use this thing as a power amp or a preamp by popping them links out, and I like that. That is very good, because you can play around with it. I like the amps where you can pop the links out and use them as a preamp or the power amp. So yeah, you can see this thing, it will take 3 sets of speakers, this, because it's got like a surround button. so you can put it into like a surround sound mode, which I've never really used on them because I've always had the nice big AV receivers, which obviously are going to be much better than this thing put into surround mode. But if we can get it working, I will put all the speakers on it and play around with that surround mode and see what it actually does and see if it is actually any good or not. So yeah, nice the back of this, nice fan on it for keeping it cold. And like I said, it's got them links, which I like. So you pop them out and put your preamps on it, your power amps. Yeah, happy days when you can pop the links. But it's a bit dirty, the back of this. He could have given it a clean, couldn't he, before he sent it to me? I should have a word with him about that, sending his old Scottish dirt down here with it. So this Technics looks alright, actually. And it has got a lot going for it. It's got a lot of features on it. I like that it's got the optical input, so you can put the optical leads on it. Because they're good, the optical leads. You've got a CD player with an optical output and an optical amp like this that'll take it. Put an optical lead on it. They're only cheap, the optical leads. And they sound really good. To get a normal phono interconnect lead that sounds as good as an optical, you got to get your money out. Whereas an optical lead is cheap and it sounds really, really good for very little money. So the optical lead is a bit of a win-win if you're on a budget. And like I said, if you are on a budget, these Technics amps are good. If you are starting out on your little hi-fi journey, you can't go wrong really with one of these Class A Technics. They are very good for the price you can get them for. And even if you are a little bit of a collector and you got a little bit of an amplifier collection, if you've never had one of these Class A Technics from the 80s, I would highly recommend you go and buy yourself one to have a little play about with, because you will connect your speakers up to it, you will put a CD player into it or your turntable, you will turn it up and think, oh, I was not expecting that for the money I paid, that thing sounds fantastic. And you will look at your other amplifiers like your Pioneer or your Marantz, and you will think, cool, you two cost 5 times what this little Technics did, and this little Technics has just rinsed you both out. Now, I'm not mugging off the Pioneer or the Marantz. I love them, and they are worth every penny of that high price tag. But when it comes to sound, one of these little 80s Class A Technics just might surprise you. And I'm just trying to say how good they are for the money. That was the Technics SU X955. So if you enjoyed it, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.